Hello and welcome to Chip Off the Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff, and today we've got an exciting review of the Tantive V. Now, that only makes sense because the last thing we reviewed was the boarding of Tantive V. That was this set right here, and it has the interior of it, of where one of these docking hatches is, where they busted in and all that. But today we're gonna just do a review of the outside of the ship. And this is set number 75376. It was just released, and it has 654 pieces. No minifigures though, and it retails for $79.99. For those who have not seen a review, this is what I do. I go over the dimensions, I go over the minifigures, which in this case there are any, and then I give a value from 0 to 10 on value, creativity, playability, ease of build, and part out value. And if I give it a 0, that means it's the worst ever. If I give it a 10, it's the best ever. And the last score, I average those first 5 scores, and I give you overall ranking of the set. Now this set, I have one to compare to, a different version of the Tantive IV, excuse me. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the review. Well, for value, this set does retail for $79.99, 654 pieces. That works out to 12.2 cents per piece, which for these licensed sets, 12 to 14 cents is about the average. And also, this thing comes with 10 stickers, which I don't like stickers. I will say though, I'm a little more sympathetic towards this set having stickers, because 8 of the stickers went along these panels here, and those are highly detailed and printed. Yeah, they could have done, and I wish they would have done, but it's not entirely bad. So I won't dock it off that much. I'll just take off 1 point. That makes it a 9 out of 10. As far as creativity though, I'm going to give it a 10. If you look at this set, you've got the lasers, turbo lasers here. You have the antenna dish. You've got the front section with the stickers here that make it look authentic. The only thing I don't like is that this wasn't clear on the top part of these cones are not clear. That kind of would have been impossible in this case, so I understand why they did it the way they did. And I'm not going to take anything off for it. And also, I do like the fact that in the back here it has the 11 engines, just like the original in the movie. So I think they did a really good job of capturing the essence of this and the details, and plus the 2 docking hatches on each side. So creativity is definitely a 10 out of 10. When it comes to playability though, I can only give it a 5 out of 10. I mean, there are no minifigures. This is not really meant to be played with. It comes with a stand. It's meant to be just displayed. So that's why I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Ease of build though, well, this wasn't a terribly difficult build, but you got to remember, I like to think of my 5-year-old granddaughter building it. And this thing has 1 instruction booklet, and it has 205 steps. That makes it a little, well, it almost makes it, yeah, a little over 3 pieces for each step, which isn't too bad. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10. as far as part out value, an 8 out of 10. There are some wedge plates here, which I find wedge plates hard to use in other builds unless I'm doing an airplane or that kind of thing. And a few of them's okay, but there's quite a few. There's wedge, 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 and wedges here, wedges there. There's wedges everywhere, just like Dr. Seuss would say. So I will give the part out value an 8 out of 10. So everything considered, this is an 8 or 7.8 out of 10 for the total score for this one. And as promised, I said I would bring up another version of the Tantive IV. So as you can tell right off, this is a larger version of it. This is set number 10198. It was released in 2009. It's hard to believe it's 15 years old at this point, but it is. And it has 1,387 pieces and 6 minifigures. And I think that's the difference, is that one was built to minifigure scale, and also this opens up to reveal the inside. And of course, that's where a couple of the minifigures are. I really do like it though, and I do like both of them because they have their purposes. I mean, this one obviously was more cost more than this one, but if you look at it, I mean, it's got the lasers on the side, the turbo lasers on the top and the bottom. It has the same cone front. It has the same engines in the back as the other one, the 11 engines here. And instead of using stickers because they had more room, they actually built it out with pieces to make it look like what it should here. And it also has the radar dish on top, the 2 docking stations here, or the docking ports, where you want to call them. So both sets serve their purposes, and this one's more of a playable version than this one, but they're both great sets, and I'm glad to have both of them in my collection. And so I'm not going to whine about it. I think they're both good, and I hope you guys enjoy your copy of this set if you're going to get it. Alright everyone, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave me a comment below. I have slowed down the amount of videos that I'm doing, but if you want to know when it comes out, if you hit the notification bell and hit all notifications, you'll know whether I'm releasing a video or a live stream and when I have done that. If you guys would, in the comments, tell me what you think of these 2 sets, or just this set, and tell me if you're going to get it. Tell me if you've already got this one. And hey, let's talk about this. This is actually a very iconic ship. I loved how it was in the opening of the very first Star Wars movie. And I love the fact that they're making sets out of it. Anyways, guys, there's a couple ways to support the channel. The first way is if you have the means to, and you want to make a donation, there is a PayPal link for PayPal me. And there's also in the description a link to my Bricklink store. We have a little under 1 million pieces, and we ship within 24 business hours. And basically, it's a win-win, because if you buy pieces from me for your builds, you get what you need, but then yet you're handing over money for those, so I get what I need. So it helps us both. If you don't have the means financially, that is totally cool. I don't care. There are other ways to support the channel, and one of those ways is to watch another video just right after this one. If you do it consecutively, the algorithm loves it and it pushes it out to more people. And speaking of pushing the channel out to more people, please share a link to this video or any of my other videos on the other social media platforms that you're on, whether it's Twitter, Instagram. There's so many of them. I'm not going to mention them all, but hey, if you're on somewhere else and you feel comfortable sharing a link, please do. And especially if you know there's Lego fans on there, please share. Let them know it's out there. It helps me out. I don't have money for a marketing department. I don't have the time, so if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it. All right, guys, be good to each other. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on the next one.